Check it out now. What's good, YouTube? Had a little technical difficulties earlier, so hopefully everything with my mic sounds good. I'm gonna try to speak kind of loud and clear as possible. The level seemed like tonight is not going up real loud, so I had to actually reset this live stream and start all over, type everything. So, anyways, my name's DJ Green Hornet. Talk about my new mixtape project, Mob Tales. That's it right here. It's the album cover. You can copy it on the Bandcamp. Like, subscribe, and share this project. Support. What's going on here with that? But yeah. Anyways, welcome to the live stream or checking it out. I just posted this, so I don't know how many people are gonna check my video out. So this is all non-rehearsed, as you can see. Had to put my little makeshift, studio together. So see if I can get this thing to stand up my microphone. So maybe that's a little bit better. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Anyways, yeah, this is my new project, Mob Tales, in the background. And I'm going to do what I usually been doing for my last 7 projects, is doing listening and break down each project. So I think I have 13 tracks here. So I got, it's like 12 tracks, and I did like an alternative mix. So that's like the last track. So we'll get into that project. And hope my lighting is all right. Look like I'm a little dark. Gotta get my lighting right for some of these videos. Next time I'll do a little bit more. And let me see. I think I usually sit on this side, anyways. Let's see if I can get my light. I'm trying to sit, more close to my set. And I got my computer right here, where that's the background. So I'm using that as my backdrop and stuff like that. So it's kind of bright. Can see it, but maybe that's a little better right there. But yeah, you can find this project right here on the Bandcamp. I got one track on the artist site, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. And I'm going to talk about some other things. So wait till the end of the listening to get into it. So for this project right here, it's kind of inspired by some things, clips people posted like on Twitter, some recent things I watched and came across, and I just kind of meshed together, one of my, my cohesive type projects that I like to do. Of course, all the production, the concept, it's a concept album, beats, production, mixed down, cover all by me. So definitely go out, support me. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so if anything, listen to it, and share it. Even if you don't want to purchase anything, at least share it. Maybe somebody else might want to listen to it and check it out too. That's how you spread the word. And yeah, so this one was kind of inspired by the things. So a couple clips people posted on Twitter and other kind of movies, a couple kind of beats and stuff I was working on. Came across like, well, I could do something like something similar. Let me try this. And and kind of mafioso type, updated but not kind of like cliche, kind of mob stuff, like kind of like my black exploitation project that wasn't as it ain't had like all the maybe the movies that you probably thought it would have, like, oh, is this as black exploitation? You think it was gonna have, you know, all these certain movies that you would think when you hear that word, black exploitation, you think, Superfly to Mac or whatever, they're always gonna have this, I had like one clip of the Mac and I had like some of the other stuff on there. So the same thing with Mob Tales, and I had like Godfather or cliche, Goodfellas or stuff like that. Just pick different things and call it Mob Tales. So yeah. So what else I want to mention? Yeah, before I get started, I got my polo shirt on. I got my vintage earring. I was recently out of town visiting my folks and cleaning out the garage, and the old jewelry box was there. So this is my earring from high school, the polo earring. So put that on for this this video right here. And the shirt is recent. It's kind of vintage. I got my do rag and just put my bandana on just for some extra look for my video today. So for anybody that's watching this right now, or for in the future people that's gonna watch this video, that's why I like this. So let's get into the first track here. It's called Trigger Warning. And since this is supposed to be a mob and mafioso type project, I wanted to have the first track then to be a warning. So when you press play or you look at the credits, you already know. You know what I mean? You already know by the graphics I got here. Restricted. One DOS only. Parental advisory on it. Explicit content as always. So as soon as you hit that button, you already know what it's going to be. So that's why the first track is called Trigger Warning. So let me play Trigger Warning, and let's get into it. First track, Trigger Warning. Warning: the following recording contains material that may be disturbing. Listener discretion. Warning: the following recording contains material that may be disturbing. Listener discretion is advised. That's my intro. DJ right Green Hornet. I wanted to use my voice for the first track right there and set the tone off on the album. And let's get into the second track. Second track is called Mob Talk. This is actually was going to be like the intro of the project, but I decided that for the first track I wanted to actually use my voice this time and make my own kind of skit. So that's what the trigger warning for. So let's get into the second track, Mob Talk.
Capiche? Oh, capiche. Ah, hey, it's just I was never forget. Cracks. When are you gonna give up this mob talk stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's all good fun. Okay, next year I'll be going for the Fighting Irish.
Oh, I can only afford a card.
Sorry.
So light there, copper. Chief, so's my salary.
You see the word, you're a made man, huh? You with family now. You know what I'm saying?
This is a bribe to an officer of the law? All right.
Oh. When you say a bribe, it's just a favor. It's just a favor.
Track 2 right there. It's the Mob Talk. Shout out to what is this YouTube channel I like to watch too called Mob. What's it? I can't think of it right now. I'm messing up. Is something mob. So mob. Anyways, that's what I like to watch. Maybe by the end of this video, I'll find out. So I remember. So I'm gonna look that up while I'm actually uh, doing this stream right here. But that's the second track right there, the Mob Tales track. Kind of trying to set the tone, a little comedy into it too. So yeah, also let me know if you know some of these movies I don't sample from. Put it the in the comments. Put it in the comments, or if it's some songs that, um, or it's kind of movies that I haven't done yet that I haven't sampled, and you think the scene might be funny, I can kind of come with a concept with. Put that in the comment section also to that'll give me some ideas. So if I had a movie, I would, I'll incorporate it, or I come across the movie, in the future, I'll cook it up. So yeah, that's the YouTube channel I like to watch. Sometimes Mob Ties. So interesting. I watch this YouTube channel, but it's not like that's not the reason why I like my title. My project is called Mob Tales. So not really influenced by the YouTube channel, but I just happen to watch that channel. So that's funny. And also my one graphic right here kind of remind me like old school NWA Easy type graphics in the font, something like that. That kind of remind me of. If you look at the back cover, I don't really want to mess with that screen right now, but I got the back cover with all the listings of the songs and stuff like that. That's definitely like a vintage NWA Easy type thing, old school. And that's another thing too that it just happened to come like that. I was doing the graphics and trying to find like what would be a good font for my album cover, and then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that looked like something they would do back in the day. So that's what kind of you could say subliminally, or that that's in my graphic just happened to just come out like that, my album cover. So let's get into track 3 here. This one's called I Want My Money, and let's play track number 3. Get into it.
Yeah, I think I want my money back. What are you gonna do? Strong arm me? I think you got the wrong impression about me. I think, in all fairness, I should explain to you exactly what it is that I do. For instance, tomorrow morning I'll get up nice and early, take a walk down over to the bank, walk in and see you, and if you don't have my money for me, I'll crack your fucking head wide open in front of everybody in the bank. And just about the time that I'm coming out of jail, hopefully, you'll be coming out of your coma. And guess what? I'll split your fucking head open again. Because I'm fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck about jail. That's my business. That's what I do.
Yeah, so Want My Money track right there. Track number 3. Get into, I like that track right there with the sample, made it kind of wavy, you know what I mean? Updated, with the lo-fi and, how kind of put that together, I think I did that scene justice with the music. Matter of fact, I think I do all my projects and the music and the scenes that I pick. I always try to make the beat, of course, match the scene. So, and yeah, I like that, So let's get in track number 4 here. This is called "Who's Better Than You." This is actually the original mix, And I might have said this on either another video or on social media. I said, well, I want to do a remix track. I never remixed like one of my own tracks, you know. So I was able to make some, two beats I felt comfortable that fit this scene. And so this is the original mix right here. This is called Who's Better Than You?
Is there something that you just want to go ahead and ask me? Because I'll give you the fucking answer, right? Like, look at me. Look at me. I'm not the fucking rat, okay? I'm not the fucking rat.
Start with you free prison.
You said there is one, right? I base most of what I do on the idea that you're pretty fucking good at what you do.
You, William. Where did you go?
This crowd, huh? Think about it. You don't pay much, you know. It's almost a fucking feudal enterprise. The question is, and this is the only question, who thinks they can do it?
That's Who's Better Than You. Yeah. So what's interesting about that scene, if you know that movie, drop it in the comment. But that's a movie that I wish I could have saw at the movie theater. At that time that movie came out. Um, I looked it up. It was like 2006. And I always like going to movies, and since I was a teenager, my parents, I was able to see some cool movies. Growing up in the 80s and in the 90s, with my uncle and my friends growing up, going to see multiple movies, maybe paying for one, but going to watch two and three movies, um, things like that. So renting movies, stuff like that. So I always kind of like movies. So this is kind of like what I like to do. Um, but yeah, with this particular movie, a sample from, I just, at that time, I was maybe just going through some things. I done seen a lot of movies, and, was tired, just, you know, um, so this is watching movies, just going through things, I guess, at that time and stuff like that, where I wasn't in the mood, Maybe it was a down time in my life. I just was tired of going movies, maybe by myself. It wasn't like before where I had like the family members and stuff like that around. Or, I'm getting older now, so you got your so-called friends. They're not around no more and stuff like that. So that movie right there, I kind of skipped always, but always wish I would have went to it. And I feel like, or if I know that I ever see that like in a movie theater again, because sometimes they re-release old movies and things like that. But I'll go check that out. Like, I'll go listen to that. I'll go watch that movie at the theater if I can see it on the big screen, because I missed that opportunity the first time. So, I think I enjoyed it, seeing it on the big screen. So that was number 4. Let's get into number 5 here. This one's called Out on a Limb. Yeah, Out on a Limb was actually something I made from one of the last sessions of the project, and I was debating, should I hold this project or should I make this as like a bonus track on one of the last projects, but it just didn't fit. It didn't fit the black exploitation in the grindhouse. That was my last 2 projects that I did. It just didn't fit those projects. So I was thinking that even for this project, I was going to hold off on it and save it for something else. But after listening to it and mixing it down, and I had to rework my track listing. And as you know, if you listen to any of my stuff, that I always put like what I call the mixtape version, where I kind of blend all my tracks together. So if it don't really make sense, but listen to track by track, maybe you need to listen to the mixtape version. You can download that. I think some of my projects I got the mixtape version is the bonus track. So that's one reason why when you go to Bandcamp, you can download each song for like $1. Some of my projects like $5, some is like $7. And when you download the album, the bonus track is going to be the quote the mixtape version, where I blend all the tracks together for a cohesive project. So yeah, so let me get into this next project, Out on the Limb. I believe this is like one of the longer tracks here. So yeah, let's get into track number 5 here, Out on the Limb.
Yeah. What? You want to change your plans? You couldn't hold to tell me? Huh? Get him off the boat. Off the boat. Yeah, that's right. Where's your friend? Where's your friend? You all alone? No. You ain't alone. It ain't good to be alone. Go. Yeah, go find his friend. Mind if I say something personal? Your wife's a whore. Put it to music. Fuck you. I was gonna make you rich. That's right, I was gonna make you rich, you contrary motherfucker. But you had to go complicate that last little bit. You piece of shit. Yeah? Who's kneeling on the fucking dock? Alright. Okay. You wanna wrap it up? You wanna just stand around here and guess my real name? What is your real name? Rumpelstiltskin. 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 Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, that's track number 5, Out on the Limb. Like I said, once again, that was supposed to be like a bonus track on one of the last projects. So either I could have put it on the Grindhouse or the Blaxploitation. Be sure you check those 2 albums out, my Bandcamp, and check out all my joints, of course. So let's get into number 6. Since it's supposed to be a mob tale, some mafia shit, we're gonna get some gangster stuff. I used the old school beat. I think it was pretty much fitting to the scene right here. And let's play number 6 here. This one's called Pimp Hand Lewis right here. And yeah, I like this track. I like all my tracks. I always like all my joints, so this one was cool right here. This was a funny scene right here, So, check this one out.
Who is it?
Me,
Champagne's on the bar.
so I notice.
So what do we celebrate? Well,
We got half.
Is that all?
We got 6 months to get the rest.
Great. Just great.
By the time Jimmy Bernardo gets out of jail, nobody will fade him for the time of day. The city will belong to you and me.
Only if we move fast.
Only if we move carefully.
Bull, Louie. Always a conservative.
When I first met you, all you wanted out of life was a $200 trick. Now it's half the city, and look at you. You're still dressed like a tramp.
Jimmy Bernardo likes the way I look.
Jimmy's in jail, and I'm still here. Now we both want the same thing, sweetheart. And I'm your only meal ticket.
You bastard! I'm bleeding!
Play rough, you get hurt.
Number 6 here. We're gonna get into a little insert here. This is like one of the last tracks I had put together. And I thought this would be a little intermission insert to add to this project right here, because it's getting towards like for a different direction. Sometimes like when you listen to my projects, they kind of like that's like 2 or 3 tracks kind of like meshed together. So that's what this track is. That was kind of had like an old school beat. So the insert had like an old school beat also. Yeah. Also, yeah. Remember, excuse me, I'm drinking. I really don't hold my bottle like that when I drink, but I'm trying not like to show like the label and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if you're not supposed to do that, or, I don't want to advertise, stuff like that really, but decided I wanted to have a beer on my stream tonight. But at the same time, I'm trying to just like hold the bottle for you won't see the label. So I don't know if I'm doing well. I'll find out on maybe on a rebroadcast. Let's get into track number 7. This is Goldie Kicking Game. The voice might sound familiar. So let's play this one.
Slay kicks a game to you, young player. First pimps was the freed slave. They realized that the white boys would pay whatever they had to get that for something to watch you pay for something they used to take for free, you dig?
Yeah, so I got the volume pretty much up all the way. So if it's not clear enough, all these tracks right here, go to my Bandcamp, check it out and put the link in the description. The Bandcamp, this is DJ Green Hornet, so yeah, check that out. So we're gonna get into track number 8 here, Prostitute Fiend Ophelia, and it's exactly, like the name, what you expect was gonna be part of the scene. So let's play number 8 right here. This is one of the like comedy kind of inserts right here. I don't have like a lot of comedy stuff, but mostly things I like to put in my music, mostly like serious, so I haven't did a lot of comedy stuff. I might sample some things, maybe a comedy, film, but the subject matter I might take, it's not really comedy, so I like to do more realistic, reality type things when I'm sampling and making my projects together. So, maybe it might be outdated for some or just a movie, but I'm trying to, find stuff, putting the message in and make it relevant to today. Kind of like how I did my social distance mixtape. Guys, go peep that out. That's on my Bandcamp too. That's like a project, even though I had like some older samples from some movies, but some of the messages was relevant for the day. And 2020 was a crazy year, so a lot of those scenes and stuff, it's kind of fit. So this next track right here is one like even though it's kind of comedy, a comedy movie, but the scene and the words and the message is serious. So let's play track number 8.
Don't sing. Come on, baby. Just a dime bag. I'll do all the things you like.
Yep. That's prostitute theme Ophelia. Track number 8. Okay, so let's get into track number 9 here. This was called I Can Dig It. Now, I Can Dig It was like one of the first tracks that I made when I was putting this project together. So, I really, once again, I'm proud of like all my tracks and stuff like that. But when I listen to some of these things that I put together, I always kind of like think about like how I did, like how I recreated it. So I want other producers when they making albums, it's like, dang, I had to, I did this, this what kind of technique I had to do, or this what sample I used, or what equipment, or things like that. So I wonder if other producers and beat makers out there go to the same thing. So this particular track right here, of course, I got the movie clip, like as always, but I actually did this one, well, I'm not gonna tell all my techniques, but the way I did it, like, oh, okay, I was able to come with a way, you know, to make it sound like how I wanted to sound. So it might be kind of simple for other people, but I know how I made it, how I put it together. So let's get into track number 9 here. This one's called I Can Dig It.
Damn, looks like my women is on time. Damn, mama, you must be new on my thing. What's your name?
It's Shy, short for Chicago.
Oh, you ain't cold as the wind in city, because the way I feel nowadays, I just show warm you up.
As long as you've been gone, baby, you got a whole lot of work to do. No shit, baby.
I can, hey. Do you remember?
I can dig it. I can dig it. Yeah. So that was track number 9 there. Yeah, another interesting thing is about that track too. I remember how, what I had to do, how I put the beat and stuff together, but also my DVD scratched up. So that particular scene I wanted to use, it was a part on there that just kept on skipping on my Blu-ray player. So, and my other portable player I got. So fortunately, I never threw away like my old broke down, beat up DVD player that when I first, like in mid 2000s or late 2000s, I guess like late 2000s, I was using, when I first kind of like started sampling some other clips, like when they first started pretty much making the portable DVD players, like real old ones. So I never threw it away. And even though the screen, I can't really see in the screen real small, but my DVD was able to play that scene. So that scene right there, and that track is, is special for this project here, because like I said, I know what I had to do to make the beat. Then I had the issue with the actual, I wanted to use that scene, and the the movie wasn't playing right. So I'm going through like I said, computers, different DVD players, so it just happened to be like the Raggedy's broke down thing was able to play that scene. It just kept on skipping that scene. It's like, damn, like, what's going on? I'm putting in this, I'm putting in that, it's not working. So I said, I'm gonna try one more thing. I still had that player and it worked. So that's what I'm always saying. I'm always proud, how I did that one. So let's get into number 10. So number 10, I like this track too. This is dope. This is called the Black Action Group. And actually this is like kind of like my single here. This and this track after that, and track after that is almost like 2 tracks put together. So as far as a single, I got this track and the 2 other tracks together. So I'll explain that, afterwards. So let me play the next track. It's called the Black Action Group. I like this track right here. This is real wavy right here. The BAG track right here. Let's get into it.
Look, you can't take the cash in the street and just put it in the safe. Look, it's not my money. We took it to buy a lawyer. Spend every black guy that gets it. Yes, no. You want the truth? What? It's to buy guns, weapons, and ammo and nitro and dynamite. If you got the catch, you know how to use that stuff too. Guys like them now, we got expertise. Cats know what it's all about. That and extra. Some of them think their brothers too, We call ourselves the Black Action Group. BAG.
Yep. It's the Black Action Group clip right there. So get a 2-track 11 right here. And once again, this track right here is it's like 2 tracks in one right here. So it's the longest, track. We got a cappella, you got a break beat, then you got the beat kick in, and that's all for the first scene. Then it go to like the last scene right there. You know what I mean? And so yeah, this track is like, to me, this is like one of my favorite tracks. This one. I mean, because once again, like all my tracks and stuff, it's just like as start making beats, you kind of think how like the other producers, they always don't have like a favorite beat. They say, blah 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 blah. They always gonna pick some beat that you be like, man, that ain't that your hottest beat, but they probably got like some other kind of reasons why. Probably like how they made the beat. Maybe it wasn't the biggest hit, but they probably whatever kind of technique or kind of emotions and things involved when he's putting this song together. So like I said, this track right here, it's cool to me because it's like three, 4 different things. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. It's probably familiar to you. This was track 11, Let It Go, AR's Advice. So let's get into it. 3-part track right here.
What?
When I got back from the hospital, after Sal, those fuckers tore me up. You know what I did to those guys? Nothing. So you got no choice got to take care of Lolly. If you don't, you know how you're gonna wind up. You're looking at, 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 looking at,
Yep. Rest in peace to the actor Clarence William III right there. Saying, let it fade out. A little kind of rest in peace moment of silence at the end. So, you know what I mean? Yep. So that was track number 11 right there. Let It Go. AR Advice. So, yeah. So, the last track, the Black Action Group, plus this track right here, which is like a track. It's crazy hell track to me, you know what I mean? You got like same movie, two different scenes. You got break beat, got a sample, got the effect, acapella joining it, you know what I mean? So I got that as a bonus track on my Bandcamp. You know, you can, I think I just got that one set as a bonus. So if you download the track, you're gonna get the mixtape version, and you're just gonna get the version with the 3-track blend right there, you know. So which is kind of like I call that one as my single. So we're gonna get into track number 12 here, and I'm not gonna play the whole track. I'm gonna play like half of it or something like that. And it's the bonus beat right here, drum break beat. I wanted to use, you know, my old school, you know, technique, my vibe on there. So I had the break beat on the last project, the last song right there. So for the bonus track, you know, I wanted to use, you know, old school break beat right there, you know, interlude, instrumental right there. So let's get into the bonus beat right here. You know, simple too. You know, same from all my MCs or the people that want to rhyme or want to rap. You know what I mean? You can just flow to this real quick. You know what I mean? Play this in your whip right here. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I'll just let this one play right here like this. DJ Green Hornet. Right. That's the bonus beat, you know what I mean? That's the name of the track. It's not the bonus track. It's the bonus beat instrumental. So I always like to use my drum machine, you know what I mean, for the old school tracks right there. You know what I mean? So now we're getting down to the last track. It's Who Better Than You, the alternative mix. So if you remember track number 4, that was an original mix I was talking about of the movie that I liked and that I didn't go see at the movie theater. So if you know that, you know, the scene and what movie it's from, make sure you put it down in the comment. Yeah, this is the last track, number 13. I usually do like an outro or something like that one, but this one right here, I just kind of let it fade off, you know what I mean? Yeah, because originally, you know, I had to switch up my track listing, you know, and try to, like I said, make it cohesive for the mixtape version. And it's a, you know, alternative mix. I felt better as, you know, letting this be the last track instead of the bonus beat being the last track. So let's get into it. Yeah, and let me know which one you like, if you like the original version or the alternative version of the song, Who's Better Than You. You know, let me know in the comment, so let me know by sharing it, downloading it, liking it, whatever. Let me know which version you like, the original mix or the alternative mix. So let's go. And I think this one is slightly longer than the original mix, but it doesn't matter. Tell me which beat that you like better. That's what I want to know. If you like both, say it's a tie. You know, yeah, just let me know.
Is there something that you just want to go ahead and ask me? Because I'll give you the fucking answer, alright? Frank, look at me. Look at me. I'm not the fucking rat, okay? I'm not the fucking rat.
Start with you agree there is a rat.
You said there is one, right? I base most of what I do on the idea that you're pretty fucking good at what you do.
You, William, what would you do?
Frank, how many of these guys have been with you long enough to be disgruntled, huh? Think about it. You don't pay much, It's almost a fucking feudal enterprise. The question is, and this is the only question, who thinks that they can do what you do better than you?
Yep, that's the last track. My mixtape. Mob Tales. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the alternative mix to the Who's Better Than You. I hope you like my tracks. If you do, make sure you go support it, by downloading it, liking it, playing it, sharing it, stuff like that. So I don't have a lot of subscribers on this channel right here. I only got like 17. So yeah, I got 17 people. So, yeah, support, support, if you something you like on my Bandcamp page, either this project or all my projects, download a track, a couple tracks, download the whole project, let me know which one you like the best, what else? Let me know what movies you want me to sample from. I got some different movies, eventually, I want to do other things too. So, let me know whatever kind of things I need to check out. So if it's a certain movie that I haven't, tapped in yet, let me know. It also would be that I have some things that you just haven't heard yet too. So this will probably be one of the last projects I do before the end of the year. I think I mentioned on the last video that I'm probably gonna do another skit tape album, volume 2, with some unreleased joints, some older joints, probably gonna do some re-edits and things like that. Maybe add some new songs also, but mostly it's gonna be some older tracks that I put together and package them. It's gonna be like the skit tape 1, which is on my Bandcamp. You can listen and download that project too. So volume 2 is gonna be like the same thing, unreleased and older tracks. Maybe some things I had on my mixtapes or some things I had in the MySpace era. You know what I mean? So some things that I want to use. I still got at least 2 more volumes of that. So I'll do a part 2, and then I'll probably sometime next year, hit you guys with a part, volume 3 of that, that trilogy right there of some, old and, unreleased things, So I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, I'll be, working on some new, songs. Already been doing that as far as, some production and getting, the scenes that I want for the project. So I'll just be making stuff and, whatever sounds good for a cohesive project, I'll put it together But that's my main thing right now. I got one scene I think I want to use for probably like my intro. I just gotta find what beat or what sound I wanted for to set off for the intro. But I know what scene I want though. Um, yeah, that's it. So I wanted to do this. Let's stay on for a couple more minutes, but um, most people, this is for the people that's gonna watch this in the future too. So I was watching the versus battle, the other night with the Dipset and the Locks. Shout out to the Locks. That was a legendary versus battle right there, and it just makes me want to, do things and make sure I can step up my game. After watching that, and even though they're rappers and things, so I'm doing something totally different from them. I probably will never do a battle thing, but I do want to make sure, I never be tested on my turntables and stuff like that. So I do brush up on my skills on the turntables once in a while, but not as much, because I'm doing my beats. I'm not as far as entertainer and an artist. That's what I do for a living. So I can do things when I have time, but after watching that the versus battle, things like that, it's like I want to make sure my skills and things is on point. I don't ever want to get called out and uh, my and just look was I had an opportunity to be on stage, just go out like those guys did. So that's basically it. That's what I wanted to talk about. My next video, I don't know when my next video is going to be, but I always like doing my listening and my breakdown, my project. This is my 8th project. Go check me out on the Bandcamp. Like, download, share, support, all that stuff, and let me know. So once again, I got 17 YouTubers. So that's subscribe to me. So I want you guys to support this project and watch this video, of course. Hopefully you watch this video. And so I think I can remember right now. Always when I get towards the end, always try to think of things to say before I cut this off. So I don't know what the next video is going to be, so I'll try to get all the things that I can think of. This is the No Bad Energy show right here. So my channel is not about talking about, people and stuff like that, artists and entertainers and gossip and stuff like that. I mentioned the verses, but I don't want to, get too deep in what I think about what happened and stuff like that. All I know that I got to make sure, my skills is on point. So make sure my beats is good, and make sure I'm good on the turntables. At least not like damn. You know what I'm saying? Like the versus battle, someone was like, oh man, they need to just give it up type thing. So I don't want to go out like that. And I don't know. So I'm gonna end this live stream right here, but yeah, download my latest project, all my projects. Also, if you're a blogger or you're a YouTuber, get in contact with me. I would like to collab with some other people that produce beats and DJs and bloggers. And I want somebody, that's watch this video. If you got a YouTube channel and you do interviews and stuff, contact me. I would like to do an interview. I want somebody to kind of interview me. I think that'd be kind of interesting. I never did anything like that before, or I had an experience with like the Zoom chats and stuff like that, or many or FaceTime videos and stuff. So if you can tell me how to do that, we can talk about that. Then I'll be interested in doing a chat or video chat or interview or something like that. So that's what it is. So I want to thank everybody for, watching this channel, my video, and just download all my projects and get, my next project, Skit Tape Volume 2. Make sure you check that out. I'm gonna, have that for you guys maybe around mid-October. I'm gonna give the Mob Tales project, some breathing room. Get a chance for you guys to check that out before I put out another one. So that's what it is. Thanks for watching. Support Mob Tales. This is your man DJ Green Hornet, and I'm out. Peace.